Hey everybody, Steve Ritter. So just checking in lately with what's been going on. Hope everybody's doing okay, and slowly this Corona lockdown and all of this. Hopefully we're on the backside of this now. But just wanted to give you an update today on what's been going on, and leave you with a little thought of the day here at the end. But um, we uh, with the kids, we found out our son, he's still deployed on his ship with the Navy, and he should be back home at the end of September. So I know his wife and new baby daughter, my granddaughter Eva, they're going to be happy to see him. We talked to them on the phone the other day and FaceTime, which is a wonderful thing. I remember when I was first started flying with the Air Force, and I was gone so much. All we had morale calls. You could call on the Defense Service Network (DSN) line, and you could get a morale call from wherever we were on a military phone. You could call back to the States, and usually they were limited to 15 minutes. On a good day, sometimes uh, they wouldn't check so much, but I'd call back and talk with Arlene and the kids and all, and that was nice. But these days, FaceTime, if you have it, if you have a network, I guess it's pretty awesome. At least you can see the person you're talking to, so it's a pretty amazing thing. But my second son, William, he's just about to finish Navy flight school, so he should know here in a couple of weeks what aircraft he's going to be flying with the Navy. It'll be a helicopter of some sort. So we'll see how that's going. He finished his last check right now, and he's got the mission familiarization stuff. So they'll be practicing search and rescue and some of the other stuff that they do, the cool missions in the Navy, sling loading stuff and things like that. So Benjamin, just talked to him the other day. He's doing fine. They started classes at the Coast Guard Academy, and mostly it's been online. Um, they finally got their first liberty, so they were able to get off campus since they went back in June. So, but he's doing fine. He's having quite the time there now. He's loving it. So, and I told him that. I mean, it seemed like, obviously freshman year at the academies and at the Citadel where I went was rough. Although you have good memories, but it's certainly not fun for the most part. But sophomore year always seemed to be worse because nobody cares about you. You're not a freshman, so they don't, nobody pays attention to the sophomores. So junior year really started getting better, and I told him it would be that way, and it has been. He certainly looks like he's having a blast there now. And he's doing real well. And then of course Bella, we dropped her off at school, and so we miss her, but. She's doing well. We got there and spent the night, and then the next day was like she could check into the dorm. She got her room, and then we were around for another 4 days to help her get moved in and settled in. And we brought all her stuff up, and it was a lot. It was just packed. That van was packed. And I stood there before we left, and I'm like, I bet you money we're going to bring about a fifth of this back, and we did. But her room's done up all super nice. Of course, that was a nice little thing for Arlene and her to do before they left, was to go shopping together and get things for her room and do it all up nice. So it looks really nice. It looks nicer than my first apartment did, that's for sure. Certainly better than my college room did in the barracks. But we got her all settled in, and then her roommate, it turns out to be her cousin, my niece, who's a rising junior there now. But they're all settled in and having a blast, and but we sure do miss her. We were getting ready to drive off on a Saturday a couple of weeks ago, and I have to admit I was starting to kind of get a little teared up, and I was really worried about my wife and how she was going to be. And she goes, no, we've been getting ready for this for 18 years, and be strong, and you go on, and kind of perked me up. So, I mean, I kind of shook it off a little bit too, but there's moments that wafts over you. But we're officially empty nesters now, so it's kind of been, in a way, it's kind of been nice. I mean, I was describing to somebody the other day, it's kind of like date night, except we don't have to pay the babysitter at the end of the night, so we can walk around. We don't have to worry about being quiet at night, walk around the house with any kids sleeping or anything else, and we can, you know, cook for ourselves. Now that's the challenge, is cooking for two now. So we'll probably be freezing a lot of stuff now. So I'm gonna be making some homemade marinara sauce this afternoon, and some of that will probably get frozen, but we'll see. But work-wise, I've opened up my mom's prints of my mom's paintings again. So I've opened that shop up on Etsy. I'll have a little video that to talk about that again, and provide you a link and all if you don't know. But because I found out from work that it's going to be a little while before travel opens up again, seems like. So where I'm going to be working. So you know, we got a little time. So the trick is to work the time out so that I finish up in time then to be able to leave, because I want to make sure everybody that orders something gets their print. So be looking for that video if I haven't posted it already. Yeah, I'll post it soon here. So, but I just want to leave you with a quick thought of the day too. And this was something I did when I taught, and I heard about this on the radio one morning riding into work when I worked when I was a junior ROTC instructor at Fort Dorchester High School here in Charleston, and I was listening to this, and it kind of struck me. So I went into school that day, and that was the nice thing about it being a junior ROTC instructor, because you really could do anything you wanted to. You could teach anything you wanted to. Well, they had a curriculum, but you really could teach as much or as little, or things like this. I always looked at it was like life skills, and I always kind of looked at it like I was something interesting. I always made a point to my own kids of passing it along, some little bits of wisdom. So I heard this on the radio one day, and I want to share it with you. And so what I did, I got a piece of paper, and I drew this is what it looks like. And all I did, I stood in front of the class, and I said, I want you to describe this, what you see here. I want you to describe this piece of paper, and I want you to be as detailed as you can. And I held it up for a while, and people were like, well, what am I supposed to write? And I'm like, what do you see? And you know, you could tell some kids are a little more, you know, detail oriented, I guess. You know, it's a black spot, sort of round, approximately half an inch in diameter, and that's the vast majority of the people went to great lengths describing. And we got through, and I said, okay, everybody done? Pencils down? Yep. And I picked a few people out and said, just, you know, what did you say? And they kind of talked, and it was, you know, some detail. It's a black spot in a white piece of paper or whatever, and they described it. And I said, well, okay. I mean, there's really not a wrong answer, but I said, but think about this. This is about life, about perspective. And here's a life lesson: is I said, take a look again. And the vast majority of the people spent all their time describing this, right? And I said, what about all of this around here? All of this. I mean, this spot takes up a relatively small place on this page. And I said, and isn't that true with most of us in life, that we focus on the one black spot on our life, and things that are in our lives that aren't maybe not going right this one time, but look at all the other things in life that are going right, that are good, and and all the potential and everything else. And some of these kids had rough households that they went to at night, and some of these kids, I mean, they just didn't have they weren't as blessed with it wasn't going to be as easy for them. And this one girl in particular, it was probably 6 months later. It was toward the end of the school year, and she came up to me toward the end of the year, and she said, "You know, I still remember that. I still remember that lesson. I still remember you saying that." And it really struck a chord with her, and it really, I mean, that was the best part of that job is those moments like that when you strike a chord with somebody and you really hit that where they live and resonates with them. And anyway, she and that she said that just made the biggest difference for me and what I was looking at and concentrating on. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that. You know, focus on everything. You know, focus on take a look. Don't make sure you don't hone in too much on the bad uh, in life. Take a look at everything. So anyway, I just want to share that latest updates on what's going on, some thoughts for the day, and I've got some more videos coming. And you know, and somebody pointed out too. See right here, old Winnie the Pooh in the corner there. I hope it's not creeping you out too much. I'll try to turn the camera next time so he's not sitting there creeping you out so much. But I hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate everything and all the support, and be looking for more videos. And it's the Colonel signing off. Adios.